Welcome to the Third Win channel, where today we're making predictions for the third episode of the second season of the iCarly reboot or revival, and we're going to be taking a look at some information that we have about the episode and making some predictions about what might happen, what we might see. So let's get straight into it, starting with a list I got from the iCarly wiki of the guest stars in this episode. There's 4 characters we've never heard of, and then Pearl, who's making her second appearance this season. Notice no mention of well, we'll get to that, but there's no mention of Tebow, which is coming up in this video. But otherwise, what other information we have about this episode, which I got off the wiki, was that there's a guy called Lyric Cruz who's been hired to be like a choreographer, like dance choreographer for this episode. So some kind of dance sequence could happen. Next up, this was the second episode that was filmed, so it has the production code 202. Not so important, but I guess fun to know. Otherwise, and most importantly, I think, from all this, is that the episode will feature the return of the Groovy Smoothie, which we've seen pictures of in the trailer, so no surprise there. But will Tebow return? We'll answer that in a second, but really exciting to see the Groovy Smoothie return, especially since, what's it called, Skybucks is kind of written off last season. And yeah, we already know this is the second appearance of Pearl. That is meaningful, and the episode is called I'm Wild and Crazy. So let's move on. Here we have a picture of Lyric Cruz with some of our cast. So some kind of dance sequence. I don't know. We'll see. Moving on, we have pictures on set of the Groovy Smoothie, just like as a confirmation. You know, we will be seeing. This is from the third episode. We will be seeing scenes here at this episode. So interesting. Next up, let's just go through briefly what exactly we know about this episode. So it's called I'm Wild and Crazy. What that could mean, we'll answer that in a second. Groovy Smoothie's returning. Second episode filmed of the season. It's Pearl's second episode, and there's something to do with dance here, okay? So now let's head straight into some questions I had while looking at this information, which I might not give the best answers to, but I think they're going to be good questions to discuss in the comments at least. So these are my questions for episode 3. Is Tebow returning? So I believe we've seen nothing about the actor returning or anything like this. They've been pretty good about, like, if they want to keep something secret, they definitely can. Will he return? Do I think he will return? Honestly, I don't think so. I think that the return of the Groovy Smoothie is going to be some kind of passion project for Spencer. And I think that Tebow's not going to be in it, which, as sad as that might be, if he's in it, I'm so happy. I hope it happens. Like, that will really up the quality of this episode. We'll have to see, but I don't think he will return. That's my prediction, I guess. Next up, why are they dancing? I'm guessing for the return of the Groovy Smoothie, there's going to be a live webcast. I mean, I think definitely that's it. Like, there's going to be a live webcast there, and maybe they're going to do some kind of party. It reminds me of, like, the first season where they did the hat party. You know, the dancing, like you see the sequence right there. That could be interesting. I think that might be a reason why. Next up, what could be the meaning of I'm wild and crazy? This one I thought about for a long time. I couldn't really figure it out. Is it referring to Carly? I'd have to guess so. Maybe after the backlash she got in the first episode, she says, I'm going off the rails, I'm going crazy, some kind of Britney Spears moment. I don't know, but something like that. Maybe it's referring to Spencer going crazy and opening the Groovy Smoothie back up. I just have no idea. Let me know what your predictions for that are in the comments. I don't understand the title just from what we have. Next up, how does the Groovy Smoothie come back? So I've kind of talked about this already. I think that Spencer is the reason. I think the gang is like, do you guys remember Groovy Smoothie? Yeah. What if we brought it back? And then Spencer's like, I'll invest. And I think that's how it's going to come back. Next, and I think this is our last question, who are our 4 guest characters? I don't think this one is that deep. I think it's just our guest characters are going to be maybe people at the Groovy Smoothie, either customers or people hired at the Groovy Smoothie, maybe a Tebow replacement, potentially. I think that that's what we might be seeing. And next, here are my final predictions for the episode. Freddie and Pearl, since this is Pearl's second episode following that first one, I think Freddie and Pearl are going to get more serious in this episode. I think that makes sense for the story. So definitely, I think that's happening. Second of all, Tebow appearing, like, I mean, I said I don't think he's gonna appear, but I'm still gonna put this down as a prediction because it makes sense, you know, Tebow appearing, but it's a real 50-50. Let me know what you guys think. Next up, Spencer funding the Groovy Smoothie, like I said, yes. And then yeah, the dance sequence, I think that is gonna have something to do with that webcast, and I'm guessing they're gonna throw back to season 1 of iCarly with some kind of hat party. That's just a guess. I know it's a, you know, outlandish guess, but I'm just gonna guess. And what can I leave you guys with? Leading into this third episode, this is a picture we had in the trailer, so we can kind of get an idea of what the place looks like, what they serve, what's going on in this episode, in the scene. From the looks of it, the place has changed up a bit, it's freshened up a bit, but the vibe is the same. And you can see on Spencer's cart there, this is why I think Spencer's the one to invest in it, because why would they, before opening, be in here? I think Spencer's the one to bring it back. So you can see the classic smoothie cups, and then you see some other foods, but I don't see any foods on a stick. You know, there's only one person who could put food on a stick, and that was Tebow. So that's more evidence to why Tebow's not coming back. But this seems like more of like a traditional American diner kind of style, maybe something like In-N-Out. But yeah, the smoothies are obviously there. Freddie's working here. Don't know what to say about that, but he's got his tech equipment as well with him. But yeah, I think this picture is great for some insight, and most of the predictions in our imaginations can be made from this. But it's great to see this Groovy Smoothie back, and excited to see what will happen this episode. But you know, big question mark. Hopefully Tebow comes back. But that's it for this predictions video. Thank you for watching the Third Win channel, and I'll see you guys very soon with a brand new video.